Oh my god, why is it still being... It's not working. Okay, wait, hold on.
You turned her against me.
Ah!
So now that we're on stream, can I ask why the tree has a face?
No, it's use your imagination. It's just someone carved a face into a tree. We haven't
I'm
even...
using my imagination. The tree has a face.
No, use your imagination to pretend the tree doesn't have a face. That's
Don't
the...
put candles in the tree's eyes.
What if I'm hallucinating?
no.
I'm in the woods.
No, but...
I'm next to a strange rock.
But...
Why would it not have a face?
Because...
I'm hallucinating from the poison the spiders bit me with.
He's dehydrated.
That's true. God, I should probably drink.
Yeah, please drink water. Anyway, howdy, how's it going, everyone? I hope everyone's having an amazing, wonderful day, and I have your eyes full of smiles. Welcome to the shit show. This is D&D Still an Unnamed Campaign, episode 7. I'm Ashling, and I'm your dungeon master for the night. Unfortunately, sometimes also referred to as Dungeon Mommy. Manila, if you want to intro yourself. Oh, right, the music.
Why am I going to start?
I don't know.
Okay. I'm wicked Danish. I don't stream. I'm playing a little sweet Manila, who is having fun with the guys.
Yeah.
And have my little Drake yelling, running around and being cute. I don't know what to say today. Ask Joseph.
Oh, Veso, if you want to intro yourself real quick, like.
Yes, of course. I am Vesohag, the rogue of the team, playing, Joseph Poole, this rogue that it seems that he has been hiding a little bit more stuff under this nice look as some type of pirate, and maybe there's something more bird-like behind this illusion.
Oh my god. Dio or Undead, pick your poison. Someone's gotta go.
I have a quarter pounder in my mouth, so
Dio, go.
No, I'm
a
going.
half pounder in my mouth.
Damn. Here's the A&W burger.
Yeah, everyone has what? Burgers? What?
Dio, I'll go. Hi. I'm Undead. And I'm playing one. I am Ulysses Brand. And have managed to head out with my intrepid, wonderful party, whom of which suspects nothing involving my past transgressions. As we have found a strange rock, fought some spiders, and now we're kind of in the recoup phase.
Dio! Introduce yourself, please, sir!
Okay. I am Dio. I am the monk of the party. I play Alaric, the shirtless individual. Should probably get armor at some point. And am in a constant state of confusion because I am blind. And should probably get shoes at some point too. Damn, I really came unprepared.
Probably. You should have said you're the shirtless scallywag of the group, or shirtless scamp,
I can't say scallywag. Last time I made a pirate, someone destroyed that. I won't forgive you for that one, Ash.
Wait, me? Wait, I destroyed it. Wait, what did I do? What?
It was the last campaign I was a pirate.
You were?
Yeah.
Dude, that was such a long time ago. I mean,
You traumatized him.
I definitely.
Dude, she did.
Sure
We spent like a month on that character. She just killed it.
remember that.
Oh my god, Ash.
I don't
Okay,
wait.
as,
Soul.
What?
It's my soul
as
right
I
there.
have a question.
Yeah, what's your question?
Why is the tree on fire?
It's not on fire. Use your imagination. There's no face. Okay, I haven't even recapped yet. All right, I'm gonna recap the last session. But oh my goodness. Okay, so, last session, our intrepid adventurers, I definitely will not call them heroes just yet, decided that while they were investigating the forest, they were potentially gonna touch this rock. Ended up not touching it, I believe. And there were, unfortunately, while one of the party members, Joseph, was off exploring the wilderness, some interesting spider creatures came and attacked them. Unlike spiders anyone in the party has really ever seen before. Very, very fiery. And they were able to fight them off, some a little worse for wear, but all coming out alive and, you know, okay enough. So the Joseph ended up returning by the end of the fight, and our party is now just in the aftermaths of that, kind of deciding what they are going to do, as Manella had just walked away from the party a little bit to just kind of catch a breather, get some space.
I would like to did I find something while I was going like to be like that for so long, to be like, I actually saw something or thought to see something?
Yeah, so let's do the couple minutes where you were kind of away from them and exploring. Roll either an investigation or a survival check for me.
Let me see. I think investigation. So it's wow, that sucks. 9.
9, okay. With a 9, you do find like where the path continues onward, which isn't even really a path, it's just kind of like definitely an area that has been walked through more than the rest of the forest because there's broken branches and stuff. And unfortunately with a 9, you didn't notice the spiders either. And you
I was too much into the whole like oh, these branches. Oh, look at that.
Yes, yeah.
Nice branches.
Very much so. You were enjoying the branches. But you do see the path does continue onto the rock for a bit. And other than that, you don't necessarily see anything out of the ordinary, just kind of in your like probably 60, maybe 80 feet that you went on ahead.
Okay. Then I will wait, were we kind of like separate, or are we all like back together as like a little bit as a group?
No, yeah, you guys are all back together now, except Manella has walked off a little bit on her own. But then the three of you, Alaric, Ulysses, and Joseph, are kind of together, close-ish to the rock.
Okay, I will tell. The path follows the road. The road behind the rock. Huh.
The road behind the rock.
Yeah. There's a road.
There's a road?
Kinda. But yes. Yes, indeed. We should look
I'm
into
sorry.
that.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to see if I have anything to heal myself.
You guys can take a short rest.
Can we please see the map?
You don't need to see, there's no reason to see the map anymore. Why do you need to?
It's just a tree with the fiery eyes. Whoa, spooky.
Because we are at the stone. Would like to see the map.
Okay,
Sure, hold on.
nice. Very nice. Oh, look at those guys. My rock.
Do you touch the rock?
My rock. Nah, just kidding.
Oh, okay.
Nah, if you wanted to be there, I'm just like imagine just going directly there.
Hmm.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, hold
All
on,
of you
forgive me.
okay?
I was hydrating. Okay, go ahead, Manel. Sorry.
Are all of you okay?
I've been better. I've
Do you
been
need
better.
a rest?
I will take, a potion or a heal if you have one.
Huh. Let me see.
I think Ulysses have the potions.
Yeah, I do have some potions.
I was just about to message you. I didn't know if you were muted or not.
Oh no, I was looking through my shit.
Eating that quarter pounder with cheese.
Yep. I have 5 of them.
Nice.
Need
Each
one.
one.
Give you one.
Are all your rations just quarter pounders with cheese?
Is this like a for kids?
Quarter pounder with cheese. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, was this made? Was this edited by 4Kids or Nelvan or something like that? It's like kids won't know what the hell is that. Change it to a Barker. Okay.
But yeah, I can go and give a potion of healing to. Well, it'd work on your Drake as well, right? Like I suspect so, because as a living creature, they can digest it, and they did take some hits.
Yeah.
Would you want one for your Drake too?
No, that's fine.
Oh,
All right. Well, in that
Nice.
If
case,
he
friend.
gets in dire strait, I'm just going to unsummon him.
oh, I didn't realize it was like that. Oh, okay. Well then, Alaric, here you go. As Ulysses is gonna go and pull out of his suitcase multiple vials. We'll look at all of them, inspect 2 labels, put all of them back, grab another one that looks correct, and then hands it to Alaric.
This is a potion of healing, right?
I'm pretty positive. Like, 100% sure.
Okay. Making sure it's not a potion of die.
No. I took that. And you'd be healing 2d4 plus 2.
Do you drink it?
I do drink it.
Roll a d4 for me. No, I'm just kidding.
Don't I have to roll a d4 anyways?
Another character that dies, no?
Yeah, roll your d4 for healing, yes.
I mean, it says in the potion 2d4 plus
Yeah.
2, so like...
There we go.
I can't remember.
2d4 plus 2. That's 2. So I heal for 5. Ooh, nice low rolls.
Do you remember how much damage my Drake took? Because I can see I haven't written it down.
I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea.
Oh,
A lot.
I don't think so, actually.
I refuse to believe that.
We'll say 10 points of damage. That sounds reasonable, and that's about what I remember, because I think I hit it twice.
Okay. So he's Half-Life. Go. So what's the plan, boys? In Bird?
Joseph said something about a road? Question mark?
Mm-hmm.
Where
Yeah.
was it in accordance with the stone, my good sir?
Ash, is there any like place really, or I just came from wherever I wanted to be like, oh yeah, through here.
Yeah, no, so you kind of walked like here, let me ping it on the map for you. Just like
Mhm.
uh oh my god, maybe? Let me ping it, bro. Kind of just like back
Okay.
yeah, back that way. The path like continues that way. It's not necessarily a path, but it's more traveled than the rest of the area.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And we
Through
we
here.
came from this direction, correct?
Correcto mundo.
So we're heading east.
Yeast.
Are any of you going to use the bathroom before we continue, or should we just continue?
No.
I don't think I need to.
Hmm.
I've never thought about the fact I don't do that.
Oh.
Already used this tree over here.
Wait, already? You just
tree with
came
no
back.
face.
Did you? Were you taking a piss while we were
No.
being attacked?
After. I saw you were fine. Then I did it. Do you want to do it? Do you want to do it?
I don't think you have your priorities straight. I'm just gonna get that right out there.
It is priority.
I'm beginning to not trust you, and oddly enough, it's the piss that's doing it.
Let's go, boys.
All right, so as you all begin to move and make your way further into the forest, leaving the clearing and this rock behind, to what end, you're not sure. You hear the
You really want us to touch this fucking rock.
I don't know what you're talking about. Do what you
You keep
want.
alluding to it. You sound like, oh man, you guys be snout. You're not touching
The problem is like
fucking
it
rock.
could be something really bad or something good, and it's like, guys, with that you could. God damn it.
You guys have free will. Do what you want.
Of course.
Ulysses is going to, no matter what, have it marked on the map that we were given where this rock is in relation to the town, because he has a suspicion that it's not something that destroys things. It may be a teleportation stone.
Okay. You just want to note it on the map?
Yeah, I'm just going to note it on the map.
No, you can very easily do that. No roll required. Just you can note it on the map. And as you all head into the forest, you can feel the brush crumble and crack beneath your feet as you push onward. And can I have someone, whoever's leading, can I have them make a survival check for me, please?
I would be more than happy.
Survival checks.
All right, just one person, just whoever's leading the
Ah.
charge. Yes.
What you got,
Okay.
What you got, Vessel? What you got, Vessel?
Nah, it's not.
Are we
very
great on
good.
survival? Okay.
Nah.
All
Yeah,
right.
I'm kind of goaded on the survival aspect.
Somehow the blind man is the best survivalist in the group.
I mean, it makes
Listen, I
sense.
got
I
a next
mean,
one.
I would say it makes
Mine is
sense.
5.
I mean, the blind man has the highest perception.
Yeah.
Mine is 5.
That is a 21.
Damn.
Damn. So, with the 21, and with you feeling the shifts beneath the earth as you kind of traverse the area, in tune with nature and the woods around you, you press. An hour goes by, 2 hours, and you feel as though you're definitely heading in the right direction. Another hour, and kind of on the edge of that, like, third hour, you feel that the kind of plants begin to change. There's less, it's almost similar to where the rock was, but it begins to kind of intensify and encompass the entirety of the forest, where the plants are very much like dead. They look dead, but they're also still alive. They seem healthy, yet they have the texture of, you know, a dead flora would. But somehow they're not, like, the foliage isn't falling. Everything is still connected and on its branches and leaves.
I feel bad for anybody reading my notes.
I have a question. I always feel bad. I have a question.
Yes.
Alright, I'm gonna dive deep here real quick.
Okay.
Do we know, just by happenstance, brain power, do we know where, in accordance with the city, we...
Like where you are currently?
Yes.
Yeah, I would say you're right now, you are probably about, I mean, it's close to 8 miles.
In which direction of the city?
Like northwesty, the direction that you guys were definitely supposed to be heading.
And that's towards the direction of the other city that all this is happening.
No, it is towards the direction of another city, but where this is happening isn't in another city. It's basically in the middle of nowhere. That's where the explosion was, and they think the explosion is potentially the cause of why there's been so many more monster attacks, which there's another city if you continue in that direction, but it's like much further.
Yeah, because I was going off of the notes we had of... I can't remember the name of the other city. If you unlikely undead, if you remember it.
Very unlikely if I remember, but I can always just go and scroll on up.
That's what I'm doing.
This
Because God damn, your notes are great. And I mean that they're so...
Let's
As
Yes.
while we have been walking, Minella would also be listening for footsteps if the person who was following is still
Yeah,
following us.
make a perception check.
we're in Vermont.
25 and that 20.
Okay, 20.
Wow.
Oh, nat 20. Okay, hell yeah. Well, you guys came from Zagond. That's the city you came from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but didn't they say that another
Second
city
is
was
nuts.
doing a lot worse? Like, weren't we dispatched to another city before all the explosion and stuff was happening?
No.
No.
You the city that was doing worse was You weren't dispatched to that city, but wait, hold on. Let me ask someone
So
something
do we
quick.
know what I'm talking about right now?
I think I know what you're talking about, but
Yeah, but that city was way out there. and didn't have the wall that we had, so.
Okay. Okay. But with a 25 perception check, you see, or actually, yeah, or you hear, some branches kind of crack in the distance. And as you turn your head, you see nothing, but you definitely heard something. And in the opposite direction, you hear that again, similar to the
Oh my
sound of
God.
the spiders.
Oh, we're in Minecraft.
Boys,
Ah.
there's something sounding weird over there. And I think we're still getting followed. So, keep your guard up, always. Something is definitely wrong here.
Where was that sound?
It was ahead of us, right, Ash?
No, so they were both behind you, but behind you in opposite directions. The spiders definitely sounded further, though, than the branches that cracked.
Okay. Let's run. And
All right. So are you like walking and talking while you're having this conversation, or are you just kind of standing here, like at the
we're
precipice?
walking around, no?
I am
Okay.
just straight up tweaking.
Well, when we come to the place where the plants looks dead but not dead, Minella would stop up and look around and see if it's like the whole area or what's going on.
Yeah, definitely. Roll a nature check for me, or Arcana.
Oh.
Nature. 21.
And that's nature.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah, so whatever this is seems to be continuing deeper and deeper into the forest. It doesn't seem before where it was like kind of in these weird patches, noticeably, by the rock. But now you notice kind of, it's weird because it should be thinning out, right? The flora is dead. It should be thinning, but it's not thinning. It's staying the same. And it's really eerie, but you also definitely get the sense that in a weird way this is natural magic, but at the same time it's supernatural. It's definitely something that wouldn't occur without something preempting it.
Ulysses?
Yeah?
I think something is definitely wrong here. Do you have any idea what's going on?
Honestly, I don't know whether or not the plants are fucked. The whole area feels like it's like the stone. The stone is just irradiating some kind of corruption, I guess. At least that's how I feel. And there might have been one that's older than the one we just went to. That's somewhere around here. And I think if you're hearing what could potentially harm us, it might be guarding that stone. The one that's in this area anyway.
Yeah.
So think of it like a territorial animal.
I'm getting a little worried, I have to say.
I have confidence.
Okay. Well, let's continue.
Okay, so you all continue. And you walk along the most beatenest path of them all. But the forest begins to grow denser. And the bark of the trees begins to become more gnarled. You can almost feel as if it's breathing on you, as if it's exhaling air kind of in your face as you walk by. There's nothing there, but you just kind of get that strange sense. And you push. And then you see in the distance what looks to be potentially another clearing, this time much, much larger. And you also see what looks to be some sort of structure. And walking around in the clearing, I would like all of you to make a perception check for me.
$24.
24.
3.
3.
15.
15. And... Joseph, what'd you get?
Uh-oh.
Oh,
I noticed. Go see.
oh, that's okay. He's probably busy.
I think he might have crashed out of roll 20. It might have been an internet problem.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. But Ulysses, you don't see anything. You are so focused on this tree that you think is breathing on you, but you're not sure. It's just a weird feeling. But Manila and Alaric, you both notice that there are similar creatures to the one that attacked you all in the city, as well as
Monkey.
other variations of kind of similar beings, but also ones that look completely different. But most of them have this kind of like, now that you're kind of not in a position where you're fighting and you're just watching and observing from a distance, most of them have this weird charred look to them with kind of deep, like gnarled black veins. It's kind of strangely ominous, even more so than just, you know, your average demon. And it almost kind of matches the flora around here in a strange way. And you see there is a small structure there, and it looks to be a little wood cabin. And you can't quite see in it, but it looks beautifully constructed. It's pretty simple, but you see as there are a lot of these like demon creatures just kind of walking and like keeping pace in this clearing.
That was a lot of typing. Oh.
Walking and keeping pace.
Like they're guarding something. Like someone on patrol.
The tree?
God, I suck at this, but can I make an insight check to like see if they have any tells as to what direction they like the thing that they're guarding would be? I
mean, I would say you don't notice because of your bad perception roll, so if you want to roll instead, I'll let you, but the other two definitely notice that it's definitely the whatever's in that cabin.
Well, I guess we are not walking anymore, but like watching from a distance. So.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sorry, there's a lot going on off stream. Is there like how far away is it?
So you guys right now are probably about 120 feet from where the clearing starts, and then you're even further from the cabin itself, which is like probably 60 feet into the clearing.
Ew. Is there a... How many big old monkey men did you say there were?
I didn't give you a number, but there is quite a few, as well as some other demonoid-looking creatures.
Are these other demonoids familiar, such as the shit nuts that I hate?
I think I know what you're talking about. Currently you don't sense any creatures like that, but it could also be just kind of too far for you to sense, so you're not sure.
And the second, is there a distinct hierarchy leader around this area, or are they just all goons?
Currently you don't see any leader type persona or presence. You would assume that if someone like that was around here, they would most likely be inside of that cabin, just because that's the area that these creatures are patrolling around.
Can we get an estimate about how many of each creature might be there?
I would say a rough estimate, now that you guys have been observing for a few minutes. Right off the bat, probably 6 Balguras. You see what look to be 2 other, like, demon-type creatures that have these, pointed, like, they walk on 2 legs, but their arms drag behind them on the ground. And they have a very, like, humanoid like face, but it's almost devoid of features. And they have long spikes that protrude from the top of their head down their spine all the way through a tail that they have. And then you see what look to be about 4 very small like little winged creatures that you're not sure what they are. They appear to each have 2 heads and 4 arms. And they don't necessarily have 2 legs. It's almost like they have like I don't know how else to describe this. It's like a little thigh gap, but then where their knees would be, their legs kind of lock at the center and form just like this one little almost spring looking type contraction. And then you also see what look to be 2 of them. It looks to be only 2 of these as well, but they are closer to the door of the actual cabin, and they probably stand about maybe 7 feet tall. But they have this like deep orange skin, and you can't make out too many of their features because they are further away. But they're very smooth looking, almost as if they were potentially made out of mud or something. something that they're like unnaturally smooth, and it almost looks like they have muscle, but it's kind of been rounded out. It looks like a 7-foot dwarf. That's like an anime dwarf. That's how I would describe it, but with no beard or facial hair or anything.
I don't think this is I'm gonna be real here. I don't think this is a fight we can win.
Neither do I. I think the best thing we can do is retreat. But remember, there's still something behind us. So we might have to fight either way.
I was just about to say, thank you for reminding me. Can I do a quick foot scan of behind us?
You can.
Foot scan goes crazy.
It does. Roll perception.
That is a nat 20.
Natural 20.
29 if you're interested.
Holy fuck. With a 29. Yeah, you definitely kind of just on the cusp of where you can feel or sense that they would be. You sense definitely some sort of presence there. But it appears as if they're like turning around and they're in the process of like potentially leaving, based on the direction of the footsteps and just kind of like listening to them for a second. So especially as you more so like turn around and kind of start to look in their direction.
Within this half second of stupid choices, do I get a determination of the size of this thing?
It's a medium creature.
What's the distance?
Probably like 30, 40 feet.
Do I, with my earlier, what's it called? Perceptions check, get a look at the creature?
You didn't see anything. You heard something, but you didn't see anything.
And I didn't feel any spiders or anything like that?
Currently, spiders? No.
I would like to, as quick as I feel this creature like sort of turning, I would like to attempt to just spring launch at this creature and try to grapple it if possible.
Ooh.
Seeing as how it's been following us.
Yeah.
And it's a medium creature, so it could just be a person. I might be stupid, I'm sorry.
Let's go
No,
ahead
don't be.
and make contested acrobatics rolls or athletics. What would be athletics for you if you're grappling? So
Shit.
because athletics is grapple, and then it's acrobatics or athletics to escape.
That's a 6! Fuck.
You try and run, and as you go to like try and grapple where you feel this individual would be, the rest of you see as it looks like Alaric is going and grappling nothing, as if there's nothing there. But you definitely make contact with something, and you feel them kind of in your grasp, but they kind of just wriggle out of the way just in time.
Dungeon Mommy?
Yes. Oh my god, yeah.
Did they get within the circle?
The circle?
Did they get within the 10 foot that I needed?
Oh. Yeah, they definitely did.
Do I know what this was?
Yeah, you do.
God, she loves me so much.
Yeah. It definitely felt like it may or may not have been a certain copper that was questioning you all earlier. Specifically, a detective lady one.
Oh.
Ooh.
Ah. E. No.
Ulysses,
Huh?
have you marked this spot down on the map?
I can do it now.
I think that's a good idea before we retreat.
Okay. Ulysses is gonna mark down on the map like exactly where this cabin's at.
Yeah, definitely. You can definitely do that. And as you kind of just finished marking it down on the map, it starts to get hot. Unnaturally hot and very quickly.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I immediately stow it inside my briefcase.
Smart. You watch as the ground beneath your feet begins to literally sizzle, like steam begins to erupt from the ground, and you watch as it's happening all around you, and even as in the clearing as well. And Alaric, specifically you, but everyone begins to feel this, but you feel it the most, is this deep pulsing, this kind of deep thrumming, like beneath your feet.
Thrumming.
Da-dum. Da-dum.
Like a heartbeat?
A little bit like a heartbeat.
Heartbeats fast.
Has anything in the clearing taken notice?
It
Since
looks-
we're sizzling and spingling.
Yeah, so it looks like they're still holding a perimeter, but they've all begun to move to the closer to the outside of the clearing, not towards you, like you all in a sense, but more so specifically to spots, like almost like designated spots. And you watch specifically in the middle of the clearing that there's like these runes that begin to glow, and you see now similar, not the same, in size and shape to a rock you all had previously seen. It begins to glow, but these runes now, you see they're carved, not necessarily carved, but they're showing themselves now through the dead, deceased grass. Glow brighter, and it's this like bright kind of green, with bits of black running through, and it continues to pulse, and they're just watching and watching. Are you all doing anything?
I want to make an Arcana check.
Yeah, definitely make an Arcana check.
God damn it. That's a 12.
12?
Yeah, I rolled a 6 plus my 6.
So with a 12, you definitely feel, I don't want to say, there are darker magics in the world, and darker magics generally have a negative connotation. They feel more eerie, they're harder to digest, they make you feel cold instead of warm. Except this, this just feels disgusting. You get, like, it makes you feel warm and it makes you feel nauseous versus making you feel cold and your stomach empty. It doesn't feel good. Something is definitely off here, especially there's immense magical energy, but you can't quite put your finger on it.
Oh, that's the thing. I know exactly what this is. We are currently inside somebody's local card shop, and it's just it is
Fucking
reeking with people that don't know how to put on deodorant. Damn, fucking these demons. Somebody toss them some Old Spice.
Exactly. What a good commercial. Look at that.
This is prime commercial material, not sponsored. We need to get them Old Spice.
That would be quite something.
Could
Well,
I?
this,
Nope. Go ahead.
what about the nature around us? Is it more fading or stuff like that?
Weirdly, it's just kind of keeping this very alive but dead, even through the sizzling. It's like you can almost start to hear the plants begin to pop from the heat, yet none of them are changing. And kind of at this time, you can just kind of barely hear it, but the door on the cabin swings open and it slams against the side of the cabin wall. And it takes a minute. The door just opens and nothing comes out until you see a figure. You see several figures, actually. You see what looks like a man with deep crimson skin, black veins running all throughout his neck and his arms, and definitely moderately armored, sword on his side, walks out with kind of like some sort of hood on, and behind him a figure appears that looks to be floating off the ground in a completely, like, head to toe, just white, form-fitting sheet. It looks to be some sort of, like, beautiful feminine figure, except the sheet is, like, outlining her body, but you can't see her face or her feet, floating probably about 6 inches off the ground. And then you watch as there are more what look to be demonesque figures that follow kind of out behind her and surround her as she continues to make her way into the, I wouldn't say center of the clearing, but kind of just outside on the front of the log cabin. And everyone kind of clears and backs away. And you watch as a hole in the ground begins to open. Is anyone doing anything? Or just watching?
I was gonna kind of like, because of a simple, like, quick reaction of being like, what the hell? And because of the heat, like, try to, like, jump as high as I can, and I don't know, the next tree that it is, like it's close to me, kind of like trying to avoid the heat and if something would see me.
Yeah,
Like,
you can definitely try. Make an acrobatics or athletics check.
Acrobatics, let's see. Oh, natural 20.
Natural 20?
28.
Okay, 28. Very deftly you watch as Joseph just kind of
Disappears like
jumps into a tree. And all of you are kind of unsure where he went for a second until you do notice him up there again. And oh, sorry, go ahead.
So this is where, like, I have a multitude of questions, because we have this person of which may outright be a tiefling or maybe some kind of ganassi, since there is no statement of them having horns. So maybe not here. But there's also the floating figure, and I'm wondering if I could make a religion or arcana check to figure out specifically what the woman is, because if she's some kind of undead, I'd go with religion, but if otherwise, I'd probably go with arcana to be safe, unless there's some weird folklore in this area, at which point I'll try history too. But whatever one you may feel Ulysses would have in his best interest. All of my knowledges in general are 6s, so
Yeah, I would say this would it depends on the kind of information that you want. If you're looking for specifically if this is some sort of religion or religious organization, religion. If you want maybe context more so as to like what or who or the history behind like this history, or if you're looking specifically at like the magic, then I would say arcana. So that's kind of up to Ulysses and what you want to do in this situation.
Then I have a follow-up question. I know the party's probably not going to want to do this, but I want to go and figure it out anyway. If I were to make an arcana check to try and figure out who or what this like shrouded woman is, well, feminine figure is, it's overall me wondering whether or not they can be reasoned with or would be open for a dialogue with strangers from the woods. Basically wondering the predisposition of a creature such as she, if they would be able to go and like, or would be willing to engage in conversation.
I would say you can either just make an insight check or a straight intelligence check.
I'll make a straight intelligence check, so it'll be a +4.
Okay.
Because insight is a +1 for me. Well, now you roll well! Everything else I have my proficiency in. No, you gotta be single digit. Now you roll fucking, 19 + 4, so that's a 23.
23? You gather most of these creatures look like potentially they don't speak common or any maybe coherent language. You do definitely gather though, probably at least the man 100% is some sort of humanoid. You're not sure if they are humanoid in type, but most likely probably humanoid in their actual communication capabilities. You're not sure. You have not a great idea about the woman in particular. It is very off-putting, her demeanor. While she has a humanoid shape and figure, you're essentially looking at a white sheet that just, looks like there's a sexy lady underneath. So it's very difficult to tell, but you definitely, I would say, based on the current moment would 100% be a bad moment to talk, because it looks like they are doing something, and there's a lot of demons that are essentially standing guard here. So potentially walking in and being like, hey guys, you guys want to have a talk while there's something going on? Would most likely get you killed on the spot, even if there is a chance for conversation.
But if this situation were to pass, would they be able to?
Potentially. At least the one male figure. You gather, based on the way that the white sheeted woman carries herself, there's probably a chance as well. However, that would probably involve you all somehow also being able to get past these demonoid creatures.
Alright.
Are we in a safe enough spot right now?
You guys are 120 feet away, and no one has seemed to have noticed you yet.
Technically 180 feet.
Well, yeah, I meant from the beginning of the clearing, because they're standing closer to the edge of the clearing now while she's, like, doing her thing.
Hmm.
I can tell you all, if you look at Minella's face, you look scared.
So, as you all kind of look over and see Minella, who looks very uncomfortable in this moment, and as the ground is beginning to open up, you watch as the steam begins to rise and rise and rise until your visibility is almost nothing.
Oh my god.
And then it's like a snap cold. It is truly, it feels like you've been violated from the immense heat to the immediate change of cold.
Oh, okay.
And kind of as the steam just freezes for a split second and then begins to immediately dissipate, where once you watch this kind of green and red and orange hole that was opened in the ground with some mystical force, you now see something else. You see what appears to be, unlike the other creatures that the other three of you haven't necessarily seen these creatures before, but really never seeing one truly in person, but at least hearing of them. Alaric, you definitely now see what look to be three of the potential demons that you heard stories of in your childhood. The large giants with the mouths on their chest are standing in front of this man and this hovering female appearing figure, and you hear the man give orders in some language. I'm not sure if does anyone speak Abyssal?
No.
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 Well, what you all hear is and you watch as these three creatures fade into the ground, and then you also watch as the crimson-skinned man dissipates, and all of the demon creatures that are in this sort of circle take a knee in front of this female appearing figure, and you watch as she very eerily, it's very uncomfortable to watch this, as not too far from you all, but one of the closer Bulguras towards you all, you watch as its head is pulled off its body and almost kind of turned around so that the blood doesn't leak from it as much, and just drifts towards her. And you watch with almost no visual cues or any sort of normal casting. Its kind of floats and it rises above her head, and you see as like the blood kind of begins to drip down, but the sheet doesn't darken. There's no blood stains on the sheet, but you definitely watch as the blood touches the sheet and then begins to soak in. And it appears as if it's soaking in, except there's no blood stains on the sheet at all.
Chance is it may not be darkening the sheet, but do we see the silhouette underneath? Well, not even silhouette, because beforehand it was just wrapping around. Do we see as if the thing underneath it is filling out? Like becoming substantial as opposed to insubstantial?
No, not necessarily. You don't see any like shape changes really. It almost looks as if it's kind of drinking it in a strange way, except it's not like there's no mouth. Like it is just, it looks like it's flowing into holes essentially, but it doesn't necessarily look like the actual shape is changing.
Okay.
And it's at this moment, Ulysses,
Yeah.
you feel yourself, something that has happened a few times before, not too many, being pulled away. Your consciousness being pulled away. Even if it's for a split second for everyone else. You know what this is. And you probably have about a minute before you get called by the board. If there's anything you would like to do in that time frame to prepare.
Okay, hold on.
Are we about to get a Green Goblin scene?
What?
You do this to me.
Okay. I thought another scene.
Okay. This isn't good. Currently I'm being pulled away. I don't have a lot of time. I'm going to be going inside my suitcase. In my little briefcase. I need one of you to carry it. Because when I'm out, I'm out. Okay? This isn't good. I'm being called by the board of directors, so to speak.
But we run.
What a time. How long?
I don't know. I have less than a minute right now. I think I have about 30 seconds.
Shit.
But we run. I'm so scared. What's
Run.
going on?
Here's the problem. We didn't hide.
And right when I say that, I'm going to hop into my briefcase.
All right.
Because if I remember correctly, Joseph's the only one that rolled stealth. The rest of us didn't.
Yeah. Well, technically, he's just in the tree. There was actually no. It was just to climb the tree. But he's pretty stealthy naturally. But you guys are far away enough, and everyone seems enraptured enough in this currently. But you gather you probably don't have that much time before they go back to whatever they were doing before, and you potentially get noticed based on the scene and what's currently going on. But as you all stand there, what also may not be good is the sound of the briefcase hitting the ground. Luckily, it is cushioned by plants, but it definitely, there's a chance it may have alerted something. And as you jump into your briefcase, Ulysses, you feel that kind of strange, but in a way good feeling of just that very split second of where you kind of travel between those weird, strange demi-planes, and you see sitting at a long table what look to be the members of the board. The majority of them, it's a mix of some individuals in suits and some individuals in cultist type robes, more so if they're worried about their own identities.
Do you know why we have called you here today?
I have a feeling it's because of me witnessing something. Board members?
You would be on the right track. We have heard that potentially you may be involved in stopping this. While we cannot share any further details with you, this is very important for the continued success of the business and for the most true of monetary gain. Do not interfere. Do you understand?
I would like a level of clarification for myself so then I know what my duties are in this time.
What is your
Board members.
What is your clarification?
If I am not allowed to interfere, what am I not specifically allowed to interfere with? Who are the individuals that I am not to interact with? Who are the ones that I am meant to stay in contact with? What am I to do with my current entourage?
What you are to do with your current entourage, that is your business. However, do not interfere with the leaders of the White Lady. Do you understand? You are not to harm them or to persuade them from trying to take their business otherwhere.
I'm not allowed to harm or persuade them from trying to take their business elsewhere. Who are their leaders, and by chance would you want me to help them?
They kind of all whisper to each other back and forth. Do not help them unless we say. But for now, just continue. Their leaders currently are of no use to you and your own journey. But you will most likely know if you see one. Do not, like we stated earlier, attempt to intervene. Unless you think yourself clever enough to find a way to make us more money than what they have going on. But for now, that is all. Unless you have any further requirements.
I do not wish to waste any of your time, but at the very same time, I do have some other points I would like to have clarified, if you would allow me to provide a presentation.
A presentation? Oh, do you see all of them in unison? You're used to it, but it's kind of slightly off-putting where they all look at their wrists because they are all well-to-do from wherever they are. We're business people, and they all have watches, at least for mechanists. If where else you're not sure, but they all look at their watches. You have about 30 seconds for this presentation. We have other meetings to attend.
Understood, that is all that I need, board members. If I am to not help or dissuade them, and I am to not harm them, then by chance, whatever they're providing me, I would like to be able to know what it is. Maybe I'm able to assist you in a specific way. Have me as an agent. I'm already in deep, and currently have a few tricks up my sleeve, and a foolish party that I can lead.
The most powerful currency in the world, as you may well know, the essence of one's life, a soul, and they are about to provide us with a great many of the most coveted kind of soul. One untainted by the outer realms. Unless you can provide more or find out with a way to satiate our buyers in some other way, do not interfere. That will be all.
Thank you, board members. I appreciate you calling me in such a short time.
And as that is happening, the suitcase falls on the ground.
And you're still on The Voice.
Sorry, my bad. I forgot to turn it off. Sorry.
Damn, first time. Oh.
That was nice. Good idea.
I'm gonna need a soundboard edit of that. Thank you, members of the board from Undead.
Thank you, members of the board.
So what?
Thank you.
I'll be here all week.
So what are the three of you doing as this briefcase is laying on the ground?
Snatch that bitch up.
You pick up the
He's head
briefcase.
protected. He's head protected.
Are you just staying put? Are you leaving? Are you charging in? What's happening?
Nella would start to retreat.
Alaric and Joseph, you watch as Manella begins to back away.
I would try to see where she's going to be around, to try to get there, just to like regroup, and then maybe try to tell them like let's try to go around this or find another path.
Well, the path that you came from is open.
Nella would look at Alric and see if he is moving too.
They both leave the, the suitcase there, no?
No, he
I'm
grabbed up
holding.
the suitcase. So,
Briefcase, suitcase, yeah.
However,
if he also started to retreat, or didn't start to retreat, she will go back and grab his arm and pull him and whisper, "Come on!"
Yeah.
hold on, straightens my tie. When you look at a Lark right now, you see that he's holding the briefcase because she's told to, but every single muscle in his blind ass body is completely rigid at the moment from seeing what you would guess seeing crazy the demonized creatures, the Nightmouth fiends, because this is a deeply ingrained fear, so much so that his bare ass toes are dug into the dirt. I'm talking flexed, frozen, just straight fear. Like-
Minella would pull a little harder, like, "Come on, look
Slap
at me,
him.
come on."
Slap him.
Hey, how
I'm not going to slap him.
how big is your
That
briefcase,
doesn't
by
make
the
a
way, might I
noise.
ask? Like torso size?
Yeah, it's about torso size.
Okay. So it's kind of like holding it to chest with both arms wrapped around it, sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Minella would slowly pull Ulrich along and look up at.
Do we make a check for this? Because like,
If you
hold on,
don't,
I'm trying to envision here that she's pulling, but he's more so leaning rather than moving. If you get what I'm saying, like statuesque.
Yeah, if you want to resist, like, yeah, if she's trying to physically like pull and move you, then you can make it would be contested. So Manella, you can make an athletics check, and then Alaric, if you're not moving at all, then it would be athletics.
Oh.
13.
I can.
Dude, you're not
Another
rolling well
fucking-
tonight.
Another fucking 6 on athletics is crazy.
Oh.
The exact same fucking roll. That's wild.
Roll new dice.
You're right. I gotta start rolling IRL dice.
Yeah, see how well I'm doing, rolling single digits until it's not even a fucking skill.
I gotta go get my toolbox. I have so many dice. I have a toolbox for it.
Oh, let's go.
Well,
Dude, it's easier than buying one of them fucking dice holders.
Well,
Yeah.
while Minella is pulling along Alaric, she will look up at Joseph and point like we're going back.
okay, so how far away are they from me? You would say.
Unless you got down from the tree, they're like close to right below you.
Ah, okay.
Probably
No,
like,
I'm
yeah.
You know, I'm still on tree. I'm just gonna like kind of like turn to the back of the tree to be out of view just a little bit, just to be able to climb down in case I just drop like ouch, and at least I will try to be out of the view.
Yeah. Just make a stealth check for me.
Okay. Stealth. Hooray, 11.
11? Okay. And what did you get, Manila, on your athletics?
13.
Oh, okay. So, Alaric, even though you're frozen and you can't, like, move at all, Manila, physically just starts dragging your body. Granted, at a much slower pace, but, like, even though you're rigid, just, like, literally almost just, like, kind of dragging a statue along with her.
Yeah.
And they begin, like, slowly moving away.
Yeah, I will do it for until about 200 yards, I think. Sorry, I have to do the... How many yards is it in meters to make sure, but...
Oh,
about
God.
200, so yeah.
200 yards
Yeah.
is 600 feet.
That's not helping me at all.
Yeah, it's just. How many yards you said?
Yeah.
200.
I will say
200 yards.
it's about 100 meters, so... Yeah, like...
182 meters. Wow.
yeah. So...
I don't know
Pulling
meters or yards, but
What the fuck
Well-
is a meter?
exactly. I'm American, bro.
That's so sad. Well, yeah. It is as Ulysses said, 600.
Yeah.
yeah.
Alaric, are
Like,
you? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
like pulling him away until I'm 100% sure they can't see us anymore, and place him, sit him down under a tree.
Okay. Are you
Yeah.
just?
Then I would look around to make sure we wasn't followed.
Okay, Joseph. Do you follow them or do you stay on the tree?
No, I'm gonna climb and I'm gonna go down and rejoin them to help her to go a little bit faster now that I see that what is
Okay.
happening to this guy. So okay, yeah.
And as you both of you together can drag Alaric along, and as Alaric, you're kind of placed down on the tree as you all feel you're far enough away now. Bam! The briefcase bursts open, and there is now a bony man's ass in your lap, Alaric.
The genie.
Ulysses, move.
Hello.
What? What?
Move away. Alaric, are you okay?
No.
Alaric,
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Minilla is taking his hand while he's still clutching to the briefcase.
Well, the
Just trying to warm it up.
So, Ulysses, you get back and you see Alaric is kind of sitting on this tree, just extremely out of it, very rigid. And Manella and Joseph are both kind of there trying to get him to get his shit together.
I'm gonna actually have a thing for this. Hold on. I grab my briefcase and I proceed to start rifling through it to go and grab just random ingredients, but something to kind of act as smelling salts to snap him out of it.
Okay.
By the way, Ash, do you need me to roll a check to see if we were followed, or?
You guys definitely think that you weren't followed in that current moment.
Okay.
I am in tears.
What?
I just, in my head, I imagine skeleton pops out of the briefcase, sees comatose dude just I know just what to do for this. It's a fucking house it's a house MD moment right here.
I mean,
No, I'm very much still comatose against the tree.
Larry's, his face makes the scaredness that Minella was feeling swipe away, because now she's worried about him. Because with his sight, I can see stuff we can't. She's really worried because what if he saw something we didn't?
I was about to say, you only want me for my eyes. If
And
I
you're
die, she's
fighting
gonna chop off my
abilities.
feet. If
And
I
you're
die, she's
fighting
gonna chop off my
abilities.
feet and use them.
She's not that insane. I think. She
Alright.
doesn't know you that well, so right now it's mostly the eyes she's thinking about. You saw something, and herself is also really worried for what we saw.
Oh no. It's
No,
probably the
Joseph!
storms again.
Oh,
My little songbird. But did your the smelling salt didn't help at all?
I didn't even get a chance.
I was sort of waiting on that.
Because I'm using my herbalism kit to
There's
make
definitely
something with.
there's absolutely stuff in there for that, and I would just say, and you have enough experience in dealing with potions and stuff to do this. Just roll a d4 for me to determine the potency.
On your die I don't use, please roll better than everything else so far. I rolled a 2.
2? Okay, all right. So you think you definitely have smelling salts that you think will be effective.
All right.
Because it's Ulysses.
Oh
and
boy.
And because
boy.
because he is a snake oil salesman, can I make it into a salve, like, you know, kind of lotion?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. I'm
How the fuck does a smelling salts lotion work?
it's basically very strong Vicks Vapo Rub.
Yeah.
Oh
All
my
right.
god, you are meanie.
I'm counting on you for this.
All right.
I have a plan.
So, Manila, this is something that I've made enough of before, and it has worked in the past, especially for people that have been catatonic before. It looks as if he's suffering a severe case of catatonia. So, this is what we do. You take a little bit of this on your finger, and you put it behind the ears first. Then, after you do that, it's going to be warming up in that area. Hopefully, it will cause the mind to shift forward just a little bit. And now, I just put it right under his nose.
And I'm just gonna wipe it across his upper lip.
Alaric, roll a d6 for me.
Okay, now back up. He might swing.
5.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. You immediately, whatever trauma, demons, whatever you were dealing with in your brain, this brings you back to your senses immediately. You feel it on the back of your ears, but most and foremost, you feel it as it flows up your nostrils, and you feel this like lotion-like substance all along your upper lip with these like thick salt crystals in it. And you take 5 points of acid damage, and all your nose hairs are singed off as you just breathe this in.
Gotta turn a setting off of this.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Now, here's the second part of that, Ash.
Oh, okay.
As I'm taking this acid damage from this fucking Vicks Vapo Rub from hell,
I will assure you that Brand Mind Salve is exactly what you ordered.
I have a question, Dungeon Mother.
Yeah.
Mother.
While my trauma cream is currently destroying my mind,
Jesus Christ. Okay.
would this... Well, how do I put this? Would this be like crack to my current senses? As in, would I be able to, just for a little bit, as everything around me comes rushing back, extend my sphere just a little bit to see if anyone's around, like, immediately? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not.
Like, as my senses are being heightened from the perpetual 9 layers of hell that just went through my nose.
I
Guaranteed to clear your sinuses.
Good thing you gave me that potion of healing. I can tell you that way.
Sure, I'll allow it. Why not?
I will have you know that brand mind salve, not crack, is not an amphetamine of any sort or opioid. Please do not overuse it, as it may cause hallucinations, as maybe MDMA.
Because I'm sort of on edge over the demons plus the detective. So...
Sorry.
What do you want me to do, woman?
Oh, yeah, you can roll perception.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is a 27.
Okay, 27. So in that split second where you breathe and scream, and the Vicks Vapor Rub from hell flies up your nostrils, you jolt and you stand up and your feet connect with the ground once again, and ba-boom. Ba-boom. You can still almost hear, like, that weird, like, heartbeat that kind of even helped to overstimulate you. But in this current moment, you guys think you are alone. You know you're not terribly far from the demons, you know, but you're far enough where for right now, you're okay.
No detective?
No detective.
Hell
Um,
yeah. Oh! Fuck! I'll never do that shit again.
Don't do what you did again!
shut up, both of you. We are still close.
Oh.
We can yell at each other when we get closer to this town. Are you ready to
What is in
move?
that briefcase?
Was me.
Besides drugs.
I will have you know that my wares are not considered outright drugs. They are pharmaceuticals. I prefer to use the actual term.
Yes, performance enhancers, I've heard it all.
Okay, well, I was called into an impromptu meeting.
Meeting.
I was called by my patrons.
I just thought you had a custom.
Guys, we have to move.
You're right, we do.
We go back, or we go around.
We can't handle what's up there.
I think we have to go back to the town
Yes.
until the guild what's going on.
Also, yes.
Before we go back to the town, one thing I want to alert everyone on. Before, when I attempted to catch our pursuer, it was that detective that was asking about you, Gil. She had been following us from the shadows.
But that means that she saw what we saw. And if she didn't, she's blind. No offense.
Lucius, why are these detectives so interested in you? What happened that night?
Popper and his granddaughter, I know what happened. Told you.
Hmm.
Okay.
I'm just worried that you might think we're collaborators. I'm sorry, Manila. I didn't mean to cut you off there. I'm sorry. In a tough spot here.
Right now, can we just please move further away?
We can walk and talk.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's do that. Are you
I'll
okay,
sort of-
Ulrich?
Yeah. I'll stay at the back. That way, if anything's following.
Okay, I will go to the front.
Oh yeah. Can you Can you make more of that? That'd be useful in a battle.
I can, and I don't like to weaponize my pharmaceuticals. That would be going against my hypocrite's oath.
Hypocrite.
Alyssa's.
Oh no, I'm a hypocrite.
Yeah, you are. But what did your patrons want?
I wasn't told to be quiet about it. So I'm not allowed to interfere. Unless I can give them something more than what they are giving.
What are they giving?
A great many souls. Untainted souls.
Some would say sexy souls. I'm so sorry.
Shut up.
Good souls!
Okay. You know.
Ranny, my beloved.
Who are your patrons?
The board.
And who is on the board?
They never give their names. They never give their titles.
Alaric's just
There.
imagining Clank from Ed, Edd n Eddy.
Ah,
The board.
okay.
The board consists of some of the most powerful outsiders in the realms. Angels, demons, devils, daemons, archons, some demigods. It is a lot of them. And they hold
But
a lot of power and sway.
What I can conclude with the souls, it means many people are going to die. Are you okay with that?
I don't have a choice whether or not I am or am not. It's because of the board that I'm back. I'm one of their souls. But I pride myself in my intelligence. And there are things they left out. I am not allowed to harm or persuade. I am not allowed to help them either. But I should not be intervening unless I am clever enough to find a way to make the board more money. But this doesn't mean that I can't provide you all assistance.
I see. Clever girl.
You know, I
He's
may
a
not have
boy.
much for parts, but I mean,
So you're not going to harm them, but you're not going to stand in the
Not
way
harm.
of them being harmed, is what I'm hearing.
If they are harmed by a third party that is not myself, then my hands are tied. I can't do anything about it. And nothing says I can't indirectly or even just directly help such party, as long as I am not causing harm.
Yes, what time of day are we at now?
It is definitely, by this time, it is starting to get dark. You can all probably try and push and make it back to the city, but you would definitely risk taking a level of exhaustion, or you can find a place to camp for the night in the forest.
Guys, I think it would be best
Would
if we can.
personally vote to camp.
But
Seeing
I
as
would
how
think
that
it would
comes
be
from
best if we leave the path we're already on and maybe go to the... What direction is the town?
Southeast of you.
Then, if we walk a little west, I would say.
West.
What? Huh? What? Huh?
It may be adding to our walk tomorrow, but right now we are on the path if the demons or whatever that was is going to the town. Is that okay with you guys?
I have no qualms with this.
Okay.
Fine.
All right.
Then Minella would walk them west for about 45 minutes, I think. By getting away from the beaten path.
Yeah, that's easy enough to do. You make your way not more so into the woods, but less off the probably the most walked path. And you find an area where you think is definitely relatively safe. You don't hear any spiders or anything else of the sort. You think you all are probably all alone except for maybe the caw of a seagull. And you all can set up camp for the night if you would like.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Let's see.
All right. Would anyone like to take watch?
I will do it. I will just be like
All right. So there's
walking around on a circle, like there.
So there's generally 3 watch sessions per night. So you can only take 1 watch without getting exhausted. So either that means no one else can no one will watch during that session, or someone else can watch during another watch session. So you take the first session.
I will take the first.
Make a perception check for me, Joseph.
Okay. Perception check. Let's go. 9.
The air grows cold as night truly begins to set in. But you don't think or feel or see anything out of the ordinary during your watch.
Do I still get that long
Everything looks very alright.
I will take the last.
Okay.
I will take the last watch because I only need 4 hours of sleep.
Okay.
I will return. Who was going to take the second one then?
I also only need 4 hours of sleep.
I was gonna say, if I still get a long rest, I'd like to do the second.
Yeah, you still get a long rest.
Seeing
Okay.
as my perception is
So then I will get
Actually,
to
I
you.
finished my long rest in 4 hours if I'm just inactive.
Oh, wow.
So
Nice.
Yeah, I think because Alric is hurt, that we should let Alyssa's take the next.
The second one?
Yeah.
Okay, then I will go and wake you up. Wake you up inside. Save me.
Okay. So
Hey.
Ulysses, or are you taking the second watch?
I am taking the second watch.
Okay.
Yes.
Roll perception for me.
One question that I have. So after my watch,
Yes.
how many hours did I rest prior to this watch while Joseph was on watch?
It's about 3.
About 3 hours?
Yeah.
Okay. Because what I'll do is I will cast Detect Magic.
Okay.
Just so then I can keep my eyes out.
Yeah, you can definitely do that. You cast Detect Magic and... Ooh, what does your Detect Magic look like?
So, as Detect Magic is on, and this is what I'm enjoying involving it, because it does state in my little class feature, not class feature, my racial feature, that I retain consciousness, I'm just inactive and motionless. So I'm just going to activate Detect Magic and crumble into bones as my skull is facing out towards where all of those demons were.
Okay, yeah.
And the Detect Magic itself is my eyes fade into nothingness as the inside of my mouth begins to glow gold, faintly, as gold flame-like auras, like little auroras, form inside my eye sockets.
That is so cool. I love it.
Nice.
You collapse. Alaric, your passive perception is like so grossly high that like you kind of like hear the bones collapsing for a second and then you just go back to bed.
19, baby.
And you watch. Nothing happens during your watch, but something feels odd. Something feels wrong. Just with the meeting that you had with the board today, it left a weird taste in your bones, teeth, question mark, that you can't quite put your finger on, and it just kind of eating away at you a little bit, but nothing unusual happens.
Okay. So I didn't detect any presence of magic within 30 feet of me.
No. Well, other than
Okay.
the magical items and such that you all have.
Okay. Well, that's an interesting thing that I would like to go and risk because I can use an action if I wanted to, but really I just need to spend an hour in this state.
Yeah.
So let's see, it's like see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic, and I learn its school of magic, if any. So, who am I seeing funny little items on, and where are they?
Yeah, so you see what looks to be Alaric appears to be wearing some sort of kind of golden headband that is glowing. And its school of magic is something that maybe it would be, we'll say it's enchantment and abjuration. And then on Manila, you see at her side, it looks to be a scimitar that's kind of glowing faintly. And it looks to have some sort of honestly, it looks bad. It looks evil. It looks to have some sort of kind of like necrotic presence on it. And then let's see.
Yosef.
Yeah, and then you see two things on Joseph that are out, but you see you don't, weirdly enough, you don't see these, but there's glows coming from within what appear to be Joseph's wrist, but you don't actually see the item. But on Joseph's head, you do see what looks to be, well, actually, here's a question, for you, Joseph. Can they see, like, do you have a hat on, technically?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, so the hat on Joseph's head appears to be glowing.
In the School of Magic.
Illusion.
Feel violated.
Illusion.
Yes.
When you look at Manila, you also see her holding her sword in her hands. Just like never letting go of it.
For a man wearing no shirt, no shoes, I feel violated.
Awesome. So it looks like they all have something to keep secret.
Getting an uneasy feeling about this guy.
Got a secret.
Guy makes me feel uneasy.
Speaking of, Manila, while you're sleeping, you're having a pleasant dream. You're with your little dragon, running around in a field, having a grand old time. When you hear some sort of strange sound, it's like someone's running their nails across a chalkboard, except it sounds like it's coming from the sky. And then you hear the whisper in your ear. Manila, you didn't... There was no...
Let it snow.
Why
let
didn't
it
you
snow.
feed me?
Do I have any idea who the voice is?
Just make a straight wisdom roll for me.
I don't.
Oh my god.
A 10?
Nope. I got a nat 1.
Oh, a natural one. You're not
Oops.
sure, but in a weird way, this voice is extremely comforting, and it's just like... It's almost as like someone they put like a warm towel up against your ear, and that's kind of what it feels like. And then both ears, as you feel kind of just closed in and enraptured by it. Where is my food, Manila?
What would you like to eat?
Remember that if I don't eat, you'll get hurt.
But
And then you
I'm
feel...
sorry.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry. I will feed you tomorrow.
You better. Next time, sorry won't cut it. And you feel like what felt like this nice warm feeling up against both of your ears. It starts to become this like pressure. And you can almost feel it. It starts to feel sharp, almost kind of like this cold steel that still has some sort of warmth pressing against your face until you touch your face and realize it's your own blood, and you jolt awake.
The hell was that? Minella, when she jolts awake, she will look around, grabbing her sword.
You grab the sword and you feel better. You feel more relaxed.
That was strange.
While I'm in my inactive state, can I make an insight check?
Yeah. What are you making an insight check for?
I want to see whether or not I noticed that she relaxed when she grabbed the sword.
Oh, yeah, roll that insight check.
Son of a bitch, I got an 8.
No, I mean, you see her jolt awake and grab the sword as if something is wrong, but probably enough to just tell she most likely had a nightmare.
I'm gonna continue remaining motionless as a bone pile.
Sounds like a plan.
Have I gotten my 4 hours?
I would say you've gotten your 4 hours at this point.
Then she would, first of all, look around and see a floating head.
Oh, well, your head's on the
And then-
ground, right, Ulysses?
Yeah, like I collapse in a pile.
Okay. Seeing the pile of bones, she would smirk to herself and say, God, it could be so fun to take one of his bones and hide it from him. She's saying that out loud, so... Okay.
No movement.
Then she would look around, make sure everything is safe, and then she would go over to Alric and sit down on her, like bent down, like so.
Okay.
Almost sitting, and looking at his big arms, hands, because she is kind of worried he might, have nightmares or anything about what happened, and with him being so wounded, she just looks him over and makes sure he's okay before sitting down and back at the bonfire and taking out her what's called a bottle of boundless coffee.
Okay, so you begin to wake up and start your morning, drink your coffee. At some point, the group also begins to rouse from the night. And I will say, with that, you guys do level up. And that's probably where we're gonna go ahead and end tonight's session with the level up.
Oh my god, we gotta level up!
Yeah, let's go. Nice.
We leveled up through trauma, just like how D&D's always been played.